Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Norwalk Housing Authority of April 21st, 2026. We will officially call this meeting to order. Teresa, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Agency members Ayala,
Here.
Ramirez,
Ramirez, here.
Hernandez,
Here.
Vice Chair Rios, and Chair Perez.
Here. Thank you. Consent calendar, we have 2 items. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll move it.
First and second, roll call.
Agency members Ayala,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Hernandez,
Jane, item 69294.
Vice Chair Rios, and Chair Perez.
Aye. And we're going on to our public hearing, resolution number NHA 176, adopting Public Housing Agency Annual Plan for the fiscal year 26-27. Jesus, can we have a staff report, please?
Yes, Ms. Bethany Cardenas will present.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. Tonight, we are presenting the Norwalk Housing Authority's Public Housing Agency Annual Plan for fiscal year 26-27. This plan is submitted to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and outlines our mission and goals for serving low-income families in our community. Federal law requires every housing authority to submit 2 types of plans to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development: a 5-year plan that sets the long-term goals and the annual plan that provides yearly updates. Plans inform HUD, housing authority participants, and the public about agencies' missions to serve low-income families. The Norwalk Housing Authority's current 5-year plan was adopted in 2025, and tonight we are presenting the annual update for fiscal year 26-27. For fiscal year 26-27, annual plan outlines the following: any changes to the plan elements since the last annual plan submission, any new initiatives, and the progress toward the goals in the 5-year PHA plan. This year's annual plan remains unchanged from last year. The same goals and programs continue to be in effect. These 6 goals guide the NHA's work for the coming fiscal year. They reflect our commitment to not only expand access to housing, but also to improve the quality of housing, maximize leasing and budget utilization, increase housing choices, and promote fair housing for all residents. Housing Choice Program provides rental assistance to 650 households. With the budget exceeding $11 million, we utilize over 100% of HUD funding. Currently, we have funding for 550 Housing Choice vouchers and 100 project-based vouchers that is distributed across 2 properties. The first property, Seroptimus Village, manages 46 project-based vouchers. We are currently working on a multi-year contract that will be presented to you very soon. Weingart Rolls manages 54 vouchers, and I want to highlight that this property was fully leased within just 48 days. The turnaround demonstrates effective collaboration with our partners. We also administer 15 mainstream vouchers for non-elderly disabled adults and 37 emergency housing vouchers for homeless individuals and families. I'm happy to report that for the first time, the Norwalk Housing Authority was awarded and issued 5 foster youth vouchers. 2 families will move here in Norwalk by the end of the month, and that's a moment worth celebrating. We were also awarded 18 VASH vouchers for our homeless veterans, the men and women who serve this country and deserve nothing less than safe, stable home. And these are not just numbers, these are lives changed. HUD requires a 45-day public comment period. The draft plan was made available for review starting March 2nd, 2026, and on the same day, a resident advisory board meeting was held at the City Hall Council chambers where all Section 8 participants were invited to provide their feedback. Public comments were due by April 17th, 2026. No comments were received during this period. We want to assure everyone that despite concerns about potential HUD funding cuts, we are actively monitoring our budget and exploring strategies to protect our resources. This slide illustrates a brief overview of our budget from fiscal year 2022 through 2027. In fiscal year 22, we utilized a budget of $8.4 million. In fiscal year 23, we saw an increase to $8.8 million due to opening our waiting list to reach more participants. In fiscal year 24, our budget rose to $9.8 million. And fiscal year 25 shows a significant jump to $11.3 million, indicating positive momentum for the Housing Authority, but also indicates the rising cost of rent. Currently, in fiscal year 26, our budget stands at $10 million, but we project it will reach approximately $11.6 million by the end of the fiscal year. And we also project that our budget utilization will be approximately $12 million at the end of fiscal year 27. Overall, these numbers reflect confidence in our plans and our anticipated growth. There is no fiscal impact to the city's general fund. The Housing Authority is entirely funded through HUD. Staff recommends adopting resolution number NHA 176 to approve the annual PHA plan for fiscal year 26-27. This resolution formalizes our compliance with HUD's planning requirements and maintains the NHA's good standing as a high-performing agency. This concludes our report, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Bethany. Before we go to questions, Teresa, can we have the public hearing officially opened and the public notice report, please?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. The notice of the public hearing was published in the Norwalk Patriot on February 27th and announcing the availability of the plan for public review and comment, and and announcing today's date for the public hearing. We've received no communication.
Thank you. Is there anybody wishing to speak for or against this item in the public hearing?
I do not have any speaker cards.
Right, we will officially close that and bring it back to council for comments, questions, and action.
I don't have a comment exactly, but I just, Mr. Gomez, can I get a copy of that PowerPoint?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to move.
Second it, can we have a roll call, please?
Agency members Ayala,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Hernandez,
Aye.
Vice Chair Rios, and Chair Perez.
Aye. Thank you. Do we have a community development director's report this evening?
No reports, thank you.
Thank you. Any additional oral communications for the Housing Authority?
I do not have any other speaker cards.
Thank you. With that, we are adjourned at this portion of our meeting. Our regular council. All right, good evening, everyone. We'll call to order the Norwalk City Council meeting of April 21st, 2026. Tonight, this evening, we are honored to welcome Pastor Bishop Brown, Protestant chaplain from the Metropolitan State Hospital, who will lead us in the invocation. Pastor Brown has faithfully served for over 40 years in ministry, including the past 10 years supporting the community through his work at the hospital. His passion for serving others is reflected in his dedication to counseling and uplifting anyone facing challenges. And tonight, for our flag salute and pledge, we have Louis Velasquez, who lives in the city of Norwalk. He is 25 years old, and he is a part of the Adaptive Recreation Team. If you can both please join together at the podium, we'll go ahead and start with our invocation. And if everybody could please stand.
We thank God for the privilege of looking and seeing as far as the mayor, the vice mayor, and the city council, and all the fine team as far as all the managers. But we thank God for the privilege today about unity, about how God has united and brought us together. Loving fathers, we join together this hour, knowing that you're the author and finisher of our faith. Lord, begin to move upon all the members of this team, this council, Father. And Lord, upon the community that they serve, Lord, with a humility and humbleness, oh Father. Let that love begin to grasp and move, all, my God, from life to life. All in the name of the Padre, Hijo, y Espíritu Santo. Muchas gracias, Señor, mucho amor, Padre, for all your niños and niños, Padre, all the hermanos and hermanas, and muchas gracias, Padre, and mucho fuego by the Espíritu Santo. Loving Father, we just thank you this hour, Lord, as my God, you lead and guide us this time. All in the mighty name of Jesus. Lord, that name that all of us now we bind together this hour. Let your anointing, Lord, destroy every yoke and break down every burden today, Father. All in the name of the Padre, the Hijo, and the Espíritu Santo. Muchas gracias, Señor. Amen and thank God. Amen and thank God.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here on three. 1, 2, 3. We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. All right. Good evening once again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Teresa, can we have a roll call, please?
Councilmembers Ayala.
Here.
Ramirez.
Here.
Vice Mayor Rios. Mayor Perez.
Here. Thank you. And John Lamb is attending as city attorney today. John, can you please provide our closed session report?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, City Council. Earlier this evening, the City Council recessed in closed session to discuss the 4 items listed on the City Council agenda. All council members were present with the exception of Councilwoman Valencia. For items 1 through 4, the council was briefed, direction was provided, but no final action was taken on any of the 4 items. That concludes my report.
Thank you, John. All right, good evening once again, everyone. We're going to move on to to City Council comments, and we're going to start with Councilmember Ayala. Tony?
No comments tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Ramirez?
No comments this evening, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Rios?
I just want to welcome everyone to our council meeting this evening.
Thank you. And just my comments tonight, I just want to thank the entire team here at City Hall, all of our sponsors, all of our students, and everybody that attended the mayor's prayer breakfast last week. The comments that we have gotten have all been very positive. People walked away, students walked away, even though they had to go back to class, feeling the impact of being surrounded by our community, and ultimately that is truly what we wanted. So thank you again to the entire team, our communications and public affairs department, recreation, Jesus, administration, public safety that was there, sheriff's department, everybody, thank you so much. It really was a blessed day in the city of Norwalk last Wednesday. So thank you for that. All right, moving on to special presentations. Tonight, we are proud to proclaim April 24th, 2026 as Arbor Day in the city of Norwalk. Arbor Day is a time to recognize the importance of trees in our community. Trees provide the environmental benefits needed to contribute to the overall health and well-being of our residents. This year's theme, Rooted in Service, Powered by Community, highlights how the Public Services team plays a vital role in keeping our community safe and providing a better place to live. From planting and maintaining trees to supporting our city's green infrastructure, their work is felt each and every day in the lives of our residents and businesses in the city of Norwalk. On behalf of the City Council, we encourage residents to take part in Arbor Day by planting and caring for trees in our community. At this time, we invite representatives from our Public Services team to come forward and receive the proclamation. Council colleagues, please join me in the front. All right, how would you like us? Yes, you gotta hold this. It's like Tetris.
All righty, everyone here? On three. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3.
All right, thank you. We are also proud tonight to recognize April as Autism Awareness Month. This month is dedicated to increasing awareness and understanding of individuals with autism. It is an opportunity to celebrate their strengths and contributions to our community, while also promoting inclusion and support for what everyone does. The City of Norwalk is committed to fostering and welcoming an inclusive environment where all individuals and families feel supported and valued. On behalf of the entire City Council, we encourage residents to learn more and help build a more inclusive community for all. At this time, we invite representatives from our Recreation and Park Services and the Adaptive Recreation team to come forward and receive their proclamation. Let's give everyone a round of applause.
All right, now we're here. On three. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We'll do one last one real quick. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
What is here? All right. Thank you, everyone. Good luck. I was just told that the Special Olympics and the tournaments are all starting this coming weekend. So play hard, work hard, do your best, and have fun. Thank you. All right, moving next to our city manager comments, Mr. Gomez.
Yes, Mayor, members of the City Council. Tonight, we have the privilege of having the Sheriff's Department update and acting captain for the Norwalk Station, Juan Sanchez, will present. And we'll have a PowerPoint as well, and he'll give us the update as our for our city.
Hello, hi. So I think most of you know me. I'm not a stranger to Norwalk. I was born and raised in Norwalk. My parents still live at the same house I grew up in. They've been there 46 years. Went to school here locally at Patterson Elementary, Lakeside Middle School, and then I ended up at Santa Fe High School. While in high school, I started working in the Teen Alliance program at the age of 15. I started off as a student worker, working at the sports complex, conducting maintenance. I was then hired on as a recreation leader, still conducting maintenance and then working the front desk. And then once I graduated high school, I was able to be employed as a rec leader too, work at the sports complex once again, front desk, monitoring the weight room, and then those monitoring the banquets in the evening. In 1999, I was able to be employed once again by the city of Norwalk as a public safety officer. So I did that for 2 years. At the same time, I was going to school at Cal State Long Beach, where I was able to obtain my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I then was hired by the sheriff's department. I worked 5 years in the jails, and then once again, back at Norwalk as a patrol deputy for 9 years. Promoted to Lakewood, went as a sergeant for 2 years, back to Norwalk for 4 years as operation lieutenant. I promoted to lieutenant, went back to East LA, and I've been back at Norwalk as operations lieutenant for 3.5 years. With Captain Conti's departure, I was appointed by the acting captain by my chief and my commander, so I'm very humble to be here, and it's been quite the journey, and I never left, so thank you. So I wanted to highlight the Norwalk enforcement team, which is led by Lieutenant Nora Garcia. We have a team of 3 sergeants, 10 deputies, 3 motor deputies, a commercial enforcement deputy, and a school resource deputy. We are so lucky to have such a robust team due to your efforts to obviously prioritize public safety. The team not only is there to deter crime, prevent crime, but we're also there to be with the community. As a former Norwalk enforcement team member as well, I enjoyed, and I know the team still enjoys, collaborating with the city, attending neighborhood watch, business watch meetings, the coffee with the cop, shop with the cop, and of course attending all the city events, the Easter egg hunts, the 4th of July events, the annual Christmas tree lighting. So it's great to see now as a lieutenant that we're still doing the same things I did back then. The partnership between our department, our station, and the public safety team is something that is very important to us. We enjoy collaborating each week. The collaboration is led by Lieutenant Garcia and then Director Ramos? Rita. During those meetings, they come together and make sure any concerns are addressed that the community has. As far as crime, happy to report that crime is down 5% for the year. There's been a 66% decrease in reported rapes, 23% decrease in burglaries, 45% decrease in stolen cars, and 75% decrease in arson. We have had an increase in robberies, but that's only up 5 incidents from this time last year. There's no concerns regarding any series of robberies occurring in the city. And most of the robberies would have been just thefts. Unfortunately, the suspects end up fighting with the business employees, which turns it into a robbery. Regarding assaults, there is a 10% increase in those. That's just up 11 incidents from this time last year. No concerns again whatsoever, no repeat offenders, and most suspects are known to the victims. Now, what's on everybody's mind, including ours, is thefts. And we did see a 13% increase in thefts, and that was largely due to the catalytic converter thefts, which not only just occurred here in the city of Norwalk, but the whole surrounding area. So it was not something that was just occurring in Norwalk. Our deputies here in Norwalk, about a month ago, or maybe even less, collaborated with the Baldwin Police Department. And the picture you see here is 1,600 catalytic converters that were recovered. And that was from here at the storage facility over on San Antonio and Foster. Even before we collaborated with them, when the thefts began to occur, we assigned a detective to only handle catalytic converter thefts. It turns out the suspects that the Baldwin Park Police Department were looking at was the same suspects our detective was looking at as well. We also immediately directed our patrol units to conduct patrol checks of all the residential areas at all hours of the day, but especially those early morning hours when we saw that most thefts were occurring in order to deter the thefts from happening. Unfortunately, we do continue to see traffic collisions occur within the city. We partnered with your public safety department with the Safe Driving Saves Lives campaign. We directed our motor units to conduct traffic enforcement along the Studebaker Road corridor, and obviously we conduct regular patrol checks there at the 105 freeway off-ramp. Happy to report that those collisions are decreasing. We continue to hope to see that. I really think the stops, the little things you come off the freeway really help. When the motors are coming off, it makes a lot of noise because I come off there regularly, so. Now, something that has been a great thing that has occurred here in the city of Norwalk is that community policing model. It's been a great partnership between our department and the public safety department. Once again, the weekly meetings that are held between our department and the public safety department keep everybody informed. It's a great avenue for our deputies to know exactly what's going on with the community and their concerns, and we can direct patrol units to that area. The Quadrant Officer Program has allowed the public safety officer to focus on community concerns within his or her quadrant. Citizens a one-on-one relationship with that public safety officer, and it ultimately builds a lot more trust amongst the community. Another great aspect of the community policing model is the HOPE team, which has been a successful program which offers services and resources for our homeless population. I cannot stress how successful that community policing model has been, and we strongly support the program at our station and look forward to its future success. So the challenges within our department, I will tell you guys right now, we do have 24 vacant deputy positions at our station. Over the last 2 years, our department has increased our hiring and has allowed for increased amount of recruits in the academy. So the amount of deputies coming out, actually successfully finishing the academy, are increasing. So they're going out to our custody facilities. And we're actually seeing deputies come out to Norwalk within 2 or 3 years. So it's increasing. We, amongst our department, all our members are actively recruiting people that want to become law enforcement officers. So I ask all of you here to please recruit and send them our way. I interact with the public safety officers as they come through the station. I'm always asking you, so when you apply? So trying to steal you guys, sorry. I mean, if I could do it, anybody can. So I started as a public safety officer. I never thought in 1,000 years I'd be standing here in front of you guys tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And first time presenting to council, so thank you for that. Truly, as acting captain, it's great to see one of our own truly leading the station, the department. Any comments or questions from council?
Rick? Thank you for coming out and doing your presentation. I was a public safety officer. Mr. Ramos was a public safety officer. So anything is possible, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. If we can do anything,
Yeah,
let us know.
I think, Lieutenant, I think the only job you haven't had here is city manager.
What's that, sir?
The only job you haven't had in Norwalk is city manager.
Yeah, I'm
And
good right now, sir.
and
Thank you.
and time.
And Jesus is doing a great job, so we have
Yeah,
a great
he-
relationship. And he's
he
a fellow
does.
Trojan fan, so,
He does. Well, I'm sure you know who Kevin Gano is.
oh, yes, sir.
I
That's who I worked under first.
I worked with Kevin in the 90s, and his dream was to have happen what's happening with you, with Conte and a couple of the other guys that, you went through his program. You got a good, firm basis and, the basic things. The thing that I don't think you would ever accounted for, though, is that you would have come out of TAP, a rec leader, then a public safety officer, and then a bachelor's degree, and then the sheriff's department. So, the sheriffs are lucky to have you. So I wish you much success. I would say welcome to Norwalk, but that would sound kind of stupid, but we're glad you're here.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you all.
Wonderful.
I just want to add a comment. Thank you for your service, all of you. Public safety is such a critical part of our city, and it's not an easy job, but you do it every day, and it's very, very much appreciated. Safety is so important to all of us here, so thank you. And I just want to ask them for your acting captain stars.
No, I'm
LT.
good. Thank
Come
you.
on, no, you got to change up. You got to change those up.
I'm good. Thank you.
Change those bars.
Appreciate it, though. One day,
I
not yet,
noticed.
though.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jesus, let's keep going here.
Yes. So next, we have a park project updates. We want to highlight each of the parks and what has been completed and what's upcoming. So with that, we have Mr. Alan Perdomo present.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. Good evening, Mayor and Council and everyone in attendance. So I'll be presenting a thorough but quick update on our park projects. I will be going back to 2024 to look back and also look forward. So our first overview is going to give you an overview of our current infrastructure. We're going to talk a little bit our park system-wide projects. Then we're going to go park by park in alphabetical order, give you a list of our grants that we have won and some of the ones that we're pursuing, and then just give you an overall summary. This is a quick little infographic that we designed. It gives you our inventory for our park infrastructure. So we have managed a total of 12 parks, and it is an estimated 87 acres of land. I can notice some of the quick highlights. We have 1 dog park, 4 open spaces, 14 handball courts, 4 sprace pools, and et cetera, et cetera. But I just like it because it's a quick little infographic that highlights our amenities. The following slide kind of gives you our tree count. We have 1,091 trees in all of our parks combined. And then there we went ahead and did a breakdown per each park. Hermosillo Park has a proposed 99. That number might go a little bit down, might go a little bit up. We'll see how things go over the next couple months. This is one project that we started about 2 years ago with Public Services, and they were very instrumental in helping us put this together. So we have installed these welded signs in all of our parks. If you look at the top image, that is a metal frame, and it has a QR code that takes you to our active network registration page. You can sign up for any program. In the middle, it gives you our social media Instagram handle. Shout out, we just hit over 10,000 Instagram followers, so that's very proud of that. And then we have our Park Connect free Wi-Fi that's available for anyone in all of our parks. And then we rotate the banners and information at all of our parks so that we can always promote all different programs that are happening. We went ahead and also completed our camera and Wi-Fi project, and we have installed numerous cameras in all of our parks. The only one that does not have cameras is Robert White Park, but we hope to install cameras there very soon. I'm going to move on to the parks. So we're going to start with Gertie's. Like I said, I'm going to go back to 24 until today. So in the spring of 2024, we did a couple of things. We installed a new pour-and-play surface in the playground. We installed new sound panels, and we renovated the floor inside the community center. We also installed new stainless steel equipment inside the snack bar. And of May of 23rd of last year, we actually finished the installation of LED sports lighting system and the baseball field at Gertie's Park. Moving on to Glacier, in the summer of 2024, we did three major things. We installed a pour-and-play surfacing, and we also installed a brand new pergola above the picnic table pavilion area. Going on to Hermosillo Park. So this is a quick overview of all the different amenities that Hermosillo is going to include. Community center with a max capacity of 200 people, and we're going to have dedicated office for our recreation and park services and public safety personnel. An amphitheater, a very beautiful playground, if I can say that, 2 multi-sport fields, 1 full basketball court, 3 handball courts, a water feature, 99 proposed trees, a walking path, an expanded parking lot, and numerous picnic areas throughout the park. Here's just some images of the playground, and then there's an image of the building rendering. A quick little timeline. So we did have the groundbreaking for Hermosillo on December 6th of 2025. Construction is from December of 2025 until December of 2027, with an estimated ribbon cutting ceremony in the summer of 2028. Moving on to Holyfield Park, we replaced the roof in the snack bar in the summer of 2024. We installed a new playground structure in April of 2024. And in October of 2024, we finished installing our LED sports systems in Fields 1 and Field 2. And I recall we had a flip the light switch ceremony out there. We are also currently, with the help of our engineering division, we're working on a RFP so that we can complete the installation of an additional parking lot that the entrance would be via Bloomfield. There's a picture with the Council and Congresswoman Linda Sanchez. She was able to acquire federal funds that will be instrumental in making this project successful. And then we're currently also working on our master plan for Holyfield Park expansion. We hope to have that completed later this year. Lakeside, we installed pour-in-place surfacing in the spring of 2024. We also installed new equipment in the snack bar in the summer of that year as well. And then later this year, in mid-July, we should hopefully have the installation of both ball diamonds with LED athletic lighting. Moving on to New River, we installed a new playground and PIP surfacing in April of 2024. And we also installed a new picnic area with concrete slab pergola and benches for families to use on the weekends. Norwalk Park, in October of 2023, we did an appraisal of the Sprout House so we understand everything that's in there. About a couple months later, we went ahead and did a replacement of the roof. Then later that same month, we did a beautification project. At that point, it was Vice Mayor Rios. Last summer, we completed the Norwalk Master Plan. And in January of this year, we completed the solar array panels at the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex, Well 10, and the Norwalk Aquatic Pavilion parking lot. And then last summer, we also submitted a grant application for $6 million to the Land and Water Fund Conservancy, which is administered through the National Park Service. We actually did have a lot of phone calls. We actually got a site visit for Sacramento in November of last year. So I'm very, very optimistic that we'll get some good news. And they are planning to announce any day soon. That's what I've been told. So keep our fingers crossed. Moving on to Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex. Kind of packages with Norwalk Park. Just a couple of highlights. Regarding our gymnasium, we went ahead and procured a new digital scoreboard that we use for all of our youth basketball and men's adult basketball. State of the art. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. We also have professional branded chairs, so when our kids play basketball, they actually feel like they're the Lakers, sitting in these branded cool chairs. We did a complete renovation upgrade of our fitness gym, so if you go there, really great equipment. That's the fitness center is always packed now. It's just amazing equipment that we have there. We also modernized our recreation administration office. We wanted to create a more professional, more customer service delivery administrative office, and we did that. The third picture from the bottom, we actually put a picture of each one of our employee of the months there in our office so you can see, and we highlight them. And then we also, one thing we're really proud of, we actually have created a dedicated break room for all of our staff in the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex, which includes our summer youth workers, also our tab volunteers in the summer, something that we did not have. So I heard they're very happy about that. So very excited to make that happen for them. Moving on to the aquatic pavilion, two things I want to highlight. We did a mosaic art piece in October of 2024. There's a picture of the seahorse. And then last summer, we replaced the pool heater. Ramona Park, we installed a new pour-in-place surfacing in the spring of 2024. And in February of this year, we completed the installation of an LED sport lighting system. Moving on to Robert White Park. In April, we did a lot of great things. We installed a new playground and PIP. We completed Norwalk's first the modular restroom. And we're currently working on a master plan that's going to improve the parking lot, the back part of the park where the Union Pacific rail line is. The campsite, we're going to electrify that, and also we're going to make some ADA improvements. So something we're working on as well. And hopefully we'll have that master plan completed by the end of the summer. And we'll put that work out to bid. Terramandus Park. One thing we did is we actually reconfigured the open space. So now our permit holders can have soccer matches on the weekends there. So that's something that we've been able to do. And then we're currently working with our Public Services Engineering Division to expand the patio at the community center at Terramandus. And we hope to have that completed later this year. Vista Verde, we also completed the playground and PIP surfacing back in April of 2024. Zimmerman Park, we installed new equipment for our snack bar. That was in the summer of 2024. We also added LED lighting systems to fields 1, 2, and 3 in April of 2025. And we're currently in the second phase of the extended athletic netting system, and that is scheduled to be completed by June of 2026, later this year. Here's a quick breakdown of all the park grants. Not going to go through all of them, but I think the ones I want to mention are, if you look at line number 5, That's the Norwalk Park Land and Waterfront that we're hoping to hear some good news any day soon. And I also want to get your attention for item number 6 and number 8. Prop 4, which is administered through the SPP program through California State Parks. They are scheduled to release that grant application in the upcoming weeks and months. And I believe, based on my estimations, it'll be due around November, December. We will be pursuing 2 grants, one for Norwalk Park and for Holyfield. So I think those are 2 great parks that we've been monitoring. And our master plans have been done so that we meet every requirement, and we really package a really great grant application for consideration. So you can see there's quite a bit of funds that we've been able to be successful over the last couple of years. In summary, since 2024 into the end of this year, we're going to complete 3 master plans. We have renovated 9 baseball fields with LED lighting, installed 4 new playgrounds, completed the surfacing of 8 playgrounds, opened our first dog park, installed 74 surveillance cameras, installed 55 Wi-Fi access points for our Park Connect. We held one groundbreaking, and we had 6 ribbon cutting ceremonies. So that's a quick overview. I'm available for any questions the council might have.
Thank you, Alan. As you know, parks are very important to all of us, especially with the summer coming up. So it's great to be able to get regular updates like this to the parks that we are continuously working on and working to improve. And really, it's for the benefit of our residents. So thank you for the presentation, and I'm looking forward to all that additional funding coming in so we can keep continuing the work. Thank you.
Mr. Gomez, can you make sure I get a copy of this PowerPoint as well?
Yes.
Alan, thank you. That was a really, really nice presentation. I thought 28 pages, it's going to be a while, but you know what? Every page had very important information, the right information, so thank you for putting all that together, and please thank the team for all the work that they've been doing over the last several years since we adopted our park master plan. I think that really helped guide the vision of this city, so extend my thanks.
Thank you.
Juice?
Yes. Mayor, members of the City Council, the next item is to celebrate the sports teams throughout the city, schools, and we just want to make sure that the community knows to contact us to celebrate all the sports teams, and that will be held on Tuesday, May 12th at 6 p.m. at the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex Sproul Room. So all welcome to attend, and it's a time to celebrate the fruits of the labor of the parks that have been improved, and now we celebrate the kids that have accomplished their sports teams year end.
Thank you. Jesus, I thank you for bringing this up. And for our residents, what we were seeing is we would get we would get a sports team that would come in and a wrestling team, and because they knew or saw it in the past, they can call city council and get a presentation and an accommodation. Or, a little league team or whomever it may be, because they saw somebody at the store, or they knew somebody, they were able to come and get recognized at a city council meeting. The concept here is to really open it up to all athletic teams to come and celebrate, whether it's a league, a school, community-based, whatever it may be. Everybody has the same opportunity, and Levy and his team are working alongside of Park and Recreation to get the word out, so everybody has the same opportunity. We will be in town on that Tuesday to come and celebrate and really have the opportunity to celebrate with our city athletes instead of coming in, taking a photo, and shooshing on to the next part. So this truly is a way to celebrate our youth and their success. So thank you for moving forward with this direction. I think it's going to be a great addition to our city.
Great, thank you. The next item, I just want to let our community know that we have construction projects that are not necessarily our city projects, but they're like the county sanitation that are upgrading the sewer systems. And we have 2 major projects. And so what we're going to begin to do is to provide informational resources to just let you know where these construction projects are happening. So in case you want to go a different route and not going to the construction projects and have to deal with traffic areas. So with Libby's assistance, we're going to provide some resources to you with social media and all the media that's available to us to let the community know. And so next we have the extravaganza update video for all to see.
Families from across Norwalk hopped over to Hollyfield Park for the city's annual Eggstravagant Egg Hunt, an afternoon filled with springtime fun and community celebration. The event began with a welcome from City Council, setting the stage for the star of the day, the MVB. Soon after, it was time for the main event. Children of all ages lined up, ready to hunt for eggs. The egg hunts kicked off with participants of all abilities, setting the tone for a day centered on inclusion and fun. In the Tiny Tots division, the youngest hunters eagerly dashed across the grass. In the Funny Bunnies division, kids raced with excitement, filling their baskets as quickly as they could. And in the Wacky Wabbits division, children sprinted across the field, competing to collect as many eggs as possible. Beyond the egg hunts, families explored activities throughout the park, including arts and crafts, interactive games, and a special photo opportunity with the Spring Bunny. Thank you to everyone who joined us and helped make this year's Eggstravagant Egg Hunt such a wonderful community celebration. We look forward to seeing you again next year.
A fun-filled, extravagant event. Thank you, Parks and Recreation. Thank you, Alan, and your team. Next, we have the biweekly review video.
On April 7th, Social Services hosted an Extra Fun Minute to Win It event for the whole family. Participants took on a variety of challenges, from matching colorful eggs to balancing them on the bottom of a cup. A Juan Gabriel tribute show brought the Senior Center to life on April 9th. From moments shared with friends to enjoying some of his greatest hits, seniors sang along and danced with energy from start to finish. To celebrate the spring season, the Social Services Center hosted its Spring Bunny Bash on April 14th. The community came together for a morning filled with refreshments, dancing, and plenty of smiles.
So lots of activities here happening in the city of Norwalk. Lots of dancing for sure. Next, I have the immigration update. At this time, no significant inquiries or concerns have been reported through the city's Community Preparedness Resource Hotline or during in-person interactions. However, the Social Services Department has distributed over 40 Know Your Rights red cards these last 2 weeks as part of the city's ongoing commitment to keeping residents informed and prepared. The Coalition for Humane Rights, CHIRLA, was available today at the Social Services Center, providing information and resources to 8 community members who visited the table. They will continue outreach at the Norwalk Senior Center tomorrow, Wednesday, April 22nd, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Last visit at the Senior Center, 12 seniors approached the table. Additionally, Community Legal Aid, SoCal, remains available to assist residents interested in beginning the naturalization process, offering guidance throughout the process. That concludes my comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus. Moving on to our consent calendar, we have 5 items. Do we have a motion? We have a first and a second. Can we get a roll call, please?
Councilmembers Ayala,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Rios.
Aye.
Mayor Perez.
Aye. Moving on to appointments, advisory bodies. Any appointments this evening? For item number 6, seeing none, Norwalk Housing Authority appointment. Do we need a staff report on this, or can I just make a motion? All right, I will reappoint Councilmember Ramirez for the 4-year term ending on April 30th, 20.
We have a second?
Can we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Can we have a roll call, please?
Councilmembers Ayala.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Rios.
Aye.
And Mayor Perez.
Aye. Thank you. Moving on to reports, item number 8, project number 7195, award a contract construction management and inspection and design support services for the I-605 hotspots at Studebaker Road and Alondra Boulevard. Jesus, can we have the staff report, please?
Yes, Mayor, members of the City Council, this is some of the construction projects that you'll see us providing information on. This is right on the intersection of Alondra and Studebaker. And it's going to improve that whole intersection. And the report will be provided by Mr. Albert Mendoza.
Yeah, thank you, Jesus. Good evening, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. Item 8 is to award a construction contract for construction management, inspection, and design support services for project number 7195, the I-605 hotspots at Studebaker Road and Alondra Boulevard. On March 17, 2026, the city received 7 bids, which were publicly open. 1 bid was found to be non-responsive. The table below shows the bid results, noting Dash Construction Company as the lowest responsive bidder with $999,910. The engineer's estimate for the project is $1.5 million. On January 29, 2026, staff solicited a request for proposals from qualified engineering firms to provide construction management and inspection services for this project. On March 3, 2026, staff received proposals from 13 firms. The city selected 3 firms to advance to an interview phase in order to further evaluate their expertise, qualifications, and relevant experience. The firms ranked that follow. Number 1, Specs Engineering Group. Number 2 was Transtech Engineers, and number 3 was Kevin Co. and Associates. On July 1st, 2013, the City Council awarded a professional service agreement to Weldon Engineering to provide traffic engineering services and related services as an as-needed basis through June 30th, 2017. On October 8th, 2014, a subsequent task order for design service was issued through project number 7195. As the original agreement has since expired, staff now recommend to enter into a new agreement with Weldon to provide design support services during construction phase. It is worth noting that the design on record for the I-105-605, it's Weldon Engineering. I provided a plan sketch of the proposed work that is going to be improved at the intersection of Alondra Boulevard, and it will extend about 300 feet or so east and west of on Studebaker and Alondra. Some of the elements on Studebaker Road on the north leg, we are installing a dual left turn, which will be a right turn. We're modifying the curve median and realigning some striping. Similar improvements are also will be performed at the south leg of Studebaker. And in Alondra, we are updating the curb ramp and also we're installing high visibility crosswalk striping and similar improvements on the east leg of Alondra. The following table shows the estimated cost breakdown for the total project cost, $999,000. For the construction services, a 15% contingency, about $149,000. Construction management inspection for $189,000. Contingency for CM and inspection, $28,000, and so forth, to a total estimated cost of $1.4 million. Project expenditures are funded through fiscal year 25-26. And are approved and available through Metropolitan Transportation Authority, Measure R funds. No general funds are used for this project. Staff recommends that the City Council award a contract to Dash Construction Company in the amount of $999,000 with a 15% contingency for $149,000. and award a contract to Specs Engineering Group in an amount of $188,000, including a 15% contingency for CM and inspection, and also award a contract to Wilden Engineering in the amount of $8,700 for design support services during construction, and contracts for, and authorize the city manager to execute the contracts for project number 7195 and any amendments within their contingencies on behalf of the city in forms approved by the city attorney. That concludes my report. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Albert, I think projects like these are ones that Councilmember Ayala talked about at our last council meeting. This is going to be a direct impact to the residents along that entire corridor. So I think we need, as Jesus mentioned, to really over-communicate and really prepare the residents for when they, construction for any of these projects, but really when it.
Yeah,
Any other
absolutely.
questions? Go ahead, Margarita.
Albert, so can you just, repeat, what area are we talking about, the construction? Is it just the intersection there of Alondra and Studebaker?
That is correct. That is phase one of the entire Alondra project, which would just improve the intersection with some additional left turn. This is a capacity enhancement, which will follow by phase two of Alondra from Greeley to Studebaker, and phase three, which is from Studebaker to the West City limit, which will be forthcoming. We anticipate those two phases will follow in sometime in the summer and be completed by the end of the year.
Okay, so, because I know we've been talking about Alondra for several years now, and did you say phase 2 or 3 includes westbound past Studebaker to the 605?
Yes, that would include pavement resurfacing, concrete improvements, curb improvements, et cetera.
Okay, so on the south side, on Studebaker, south on Studebaker at Alondra, when does that, because isn't that the border or the borderline for Cerritos, the city of Cerritos?
Correct.
So, but we're doing what's our side, or can you just clarify that?
We are doing some improvements in collaboration with Cerritos. So this will, we will have to encroach because we are adding that left turn lane.
Right, that's kind of what I was looking at here. So is the city of Cerritos collaborating in what sense? Adding some financials? I mean, how are they collaborating with us?
Yeah, for that, I think I'll bring Ron Chen, who's the principal engineer managing the project, who is more familiar with funding and who's putting input for this project.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because in looking at the diagram, I know that we're right there, right on the borderline of our
Right.
neighbors, which is
Right.
great, but it's an improvement to obviously their side, their community as well. So I'd really be interested to see how they're collaborating.
Right.
So you are correct. A portion of the proposed improvements does extend into City of Cerritos limits. Not a whole lot. We're only looking at 400 feet, give or take 420
It's still
feet
something,
south
yes.
of Alondra. So we're taking it to the end at the first nose of the median, because it doesn't make sense to cut off right there at the city limit. It does look kind of odd, right?
Right.
So as far as financial contributions, we are not using city general funds for this project. We are using Metropolitan Transportation Authority Measure R monies. So with that, it's more like outside funding coming to the city to improve the right-of-way. We have, on a number of occasions, the city here gone back to the TAC, the Transportation Advisory Committee, to ask for additional funding for us, capital improvement projects. And the COG has been very receptive to the city because we are delivering projects. So in that respect, I think it is more of a regional funding that is picking up portions of the tab for this project.
Well, I'm actually glad that you mentioned COG, because I'm a board member on there. And although it is regional funding, every city is allocated a certain amount of funding. So the other cities are getting their share. And I just would hope that our share that's coming to the city of Norwalk stays in the city of Norwalk. So
Completely
they're
agree.
getting the same type of funding we are. I would love to see how they can contribute to this project, because
We can pose the question to COG, but I do know that we are getting funding from COG. We have asked for additional funding, not for this particular project, but whenever our CIPs come up for say if we have a funding gap due to cost increases, we've gone back to the TAC to ask
Yeah.
for additional funding.
No, no,
And
I hear you.
yeah.
Thank you, Ron, for explaining that. We had a presentation in COG,
Mm-hmm.
at the COG board regarding the measure, the funding, and that's how I know that Cerritos is getting several millions of dollars as well. And I just would hope that in the spirit of cooperation and collaboration, we would look at if there is a benefit to another city, that somehow we can make that work.
Certainly.
That's just how I kind of feel about it.
Yes.
And so hopefully you can maybe pursue that and just see if there's, because again, they're getting millions of dollars for their street improvements.
Mhm.
Okay, and the qualification and relevant experience on the firm or the company that we've hired, how extensive is that? Because I'll just mention that because I know we've had some challenges in the past with our road work and our streets being rehabilitated, and quite honestly, sometimes they fell very short in the process. And so how did we base qualifications and relevant experience for the company that's being proposed to the council on this?
So when we conduct the RFP, we got 13 proposals. Of those 13 proposals, we reevaluate them qualitatively based on, as listed in the staff report, experiences, past projects conducted, as well as the expertise of the proposed team members. So through that evaluation with our panels from the city, composed of city engineering staff members, we shortlisted 3 firms and we conducted in-person interviews. So if you look at the 3 shortlisted, these 3 firms were not the firms that performed recent construction management on our recent road projects.
Yes.
As far as specs, we have not worked with them before, but they are selected, rated highly by our panelists based on those criteria, based on their experience and based on the expertise of the team members proposed.
Yes. No, I understand that they're, it's a company that we're going to give an opportunity to, but I just want to make sure that whatever work that they've done in other cities has been 100% done well so that we can expect the same results in our city.
Agree.
Okay, and then, so just as a follow-up, I'd really like to just look into that a little bit. So 2 things. If we can in the future, sometimes in the near future, get an update on the work that's proposed for Alondra, because I know on Alondra, East and West, we've been waiting and talking about that for years, and I know the council has gotten several inquiries from residents regarding where are we with that particular project, number 1, and then secondly, just maybe kind of broach that topic of, hey, you know, we're doing some improvements in a neighboring city, you know, what kind of spirit of collaboration can we get?
Certainly, we will engage in dialogue with the City of Cerritos.
Okay, and let me know if you need anything from the COG. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and move the item. Thank you. Can we get a roll call, please?
Councilmembers Ayala.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Aye.
Vice Mayor, Rios. And Mayor Perez.
Aye. Thank you. Item number 9 is project number 7527, Resolution 26-17, Budget Amendment and Agreement Amendment number 1 for Construction Support Services. Jesus?
Yes, Mr. Albert Mendoza will present.
Good evening again, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. Item number 9 is project number 7527, Resolution 26-17, Budget Amendment and Agreement, Amendment number 1 for Construction Support Services. On July 15, 2025, City Council approved an agreement with Civil Tech Engineering for $64,084. Their professional services is for city project number 7527, the sewage lift station rehabilitation at Harbor Drive and Greeley Road. Some other services include construction inspection, construction management, and engineering support. Contractor for this project number 7527 is Crimson Brothers General Engineering for $320,000, which includes a 15% contingency.
15% contingency.
Contingency. 15% 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 contingency give you a perspective where the project is located, it's down south, south of the city. Project number 7527, scope includes the rehabilitation of a sewer lift station, removal and replacement of valves, replacement of discharge piping, slide rails, 2 new submersible sewer pumps, and construction of a new meter vault and flow meter. Construction is anticipated to be completed by summer of 2026. Now, during construction, the inspection was found that some of the alarm system at the lift station was outdated with limited functionality. The replacement and the upgrade of the alarm system to be compatible with the future supervisory control and data acquisition, also known as SCADA system, requires additional design service from an electrical engineer. Civil Tech, who is the engineer of record, has qualified engineers to complete the additional design work for the preparation of these electrical plans and specifications. Now, at the request of staff on February 3rd, 2026, Civil Tech submitted a proposal for an amount not to exceed $20,560. The improvements will enhance the alarm system and notification capabilities, increase the number of monitor alarm points, upgrade the electrical components, ensure compatibility with the city's future SCADA system. If approved, design work will be completed and implemented with other improvements by the summer of 2026. Funding for these additional design services was not included in the approved fiscal year 25-26 CIP. If approved by council, these additional expenses, the amount of $20,560, will be funded by available unencumbered sewer enterprise funds. Staff thus recommend that City Council adopt the resolution 2617, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Norwalk authorizing amendment to the fiscal year 25-26 adopted budget for construction support services for the sewage lift station rehab project, city project number 7527, located at Harbor Drive and Greeley Road, in the amount of $20,560. And also approve amendment number 1 to agreement with Civil Tech for an increase in the amount of $20,560 to provide professional engineering design services for a total agreement amount not to exceed $84,644. And authorize the city manager to execute amendment number 1 on behalf of the city in a form approved by the city. That concludes the report. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Albert. Again, another project, a lot of stuff going on, but it's all moving forward, and appreciate that. Any comments, questions from council?
No, but I'll move it.
A second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Council members Ayala.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Rios. Mayor Perez.
Aye. And I wanted to go back, and I apologize. It was my forgetfulness for the consent calendar on item 3. Teresa, I do have 4 items that I will be submitting as my abstentions. I just want to make sure that is on the record. And moving on to oral communications, as a reminder, speakers, please speak right into the microphone so we can hear clearly. And you do have 3 minutes to speak. The first speaker is Jose Ivan Rodriguez.
Good evening, council members. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I just want to give you guys an update on around October. I wanted to collaborate with the city and do community cleanup, start this project. And I was sent over to different departments to try to get this going. And I think it was Gabby Garcia who initiated the talks with me. And we were able to come up with a date, but I think there was a change of directors, public services. So the date was set for March 14, but somehow I got, I guess we weren't communicating the right way. But I just want to recognize Mr. Sun here. I came over to talk to city members, and then he introduced me to Director of Public Safety, Rita Rios. And I just want to say that we had a great community cleanup on Front Street. It was along the railroad tracks, and I just want to give a certificate of volunteer appreciation to the Hope Team, as you saw from the safety officers also, letting them know that they're doing such a great thing here. So I just want to give this recognition to the Hope Team. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, our next speaker is Kylie.
Good evening. I am the parent of a child who's in the Little Lake City School District. As you're all aware, the teachers are currently striking. They're striking to protect class sizes, for more support for special education services, and for affordable health care. All very reasonable demands and in the best interest of the children of our community. But as you also know, the district has refused to negotiate fairly and walked away from negotiations yesterday, leaving our kids without their teachers for 4 days. I have been disappointed, but not surprised, to not see any of the city council members in Norwalk publicly speaking up to support the teachers, like I have seen Supervisor Janice Hahn, Congresswoman Blanca Pacheco, and Senator Bob Archuleta do. When LAUSD was set to strike recently, the LA City Council and the LA City Mayor both spoke up for teachers publicly and helped to secure a deal. Just like with you all staying silent during the peak of ICE raids when other cities were speaking out, and to this day not making a statement, it once again begs the question of what Norwalk City Council is actually doing to help our community. We have kids out of school and teachers suffering, and you all sat up there at the beginning of the meeting saying that you had no comments. I'm sure you've seen that the entire Whittier City Council was replaced last week. People are no longer sitting back and letting their city councils get away with focusing on their own wants and not what the community wants and needs. It's time that you stand up for your residents and take a stand on something other than new businesses and actually do something to help the community you signed up to support. I'm calling on you to support the local Little Lake City teachers and publicly put out a statement to support them and the families. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Andy.
Hello, good evening. First, I want to start with pointing out I'm incredibly disappointed at the updates on immigration that we're getting. I appreciated them because I thought there was something coming out of them, but come to find out that they're basically useless. I was told that there was no immigration activity in the past 2 weeks. Well, that's a complete lie. Immigration was confirmed to be in Norwalk last Monday. There was multiple vehicles that were at the town center just across the street here by the Target, and agents were seen there. That was confirmed. They were later seen again at the courthouse. I know there's been lots of courthouse kidnappings at the Downey Courthouse nearby. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that they're looking into doing here in Norwalk. That's probably why they were here around. And they were also confirmed seeing vehicles were seen that had been seen at previous raids. So they are here, they are around. Thankfully, as far as I know, no one was taken, and I hope that really is the case. But they're still around, they're still nearby, and they're still looking to take some of our residents. I also wanted to comment on the lack, I guess, of comment or lack of any statement about the Little Lake School District teachers. I think it's appalling that there is no support for them. As stated before, other elected positions, council, Congress people, assemblywomen have spoken up, had made statements supporting. Other city council members in other cities regularly use their platform and use their position to speak out. I'm not surprised considering how this city treats the union workers here in this city government. So not only are you anti-immigrant, but you may also be anti-union. That's incredibly disappointing. This is an election year. 2 of your seats are up for election, and so we'll see what happens.
Thank you. All right, with that, our meeting is adjourned. Have a good evening.